Final day of the Democratic Convention in Charlotte. Welcome back to our workspace here at the Charlotte Convention Center. We're joined by the House Minority Whip, Steny Hoyer, Democrat of Maryland. Good to see you. D.C. area congressman.
Great to be with you, Ed.
One of the things some of us have observed is that a lot of the speeches have begged for patience. President Clinton did that last night, certainly. Others have done it as well. And there's been a lot of talk about the administration's perceived successes. But there hasn't been as much acknowledgement, perhaps, that some of the things you guys tried didn't necessarily work. I mean, are you perhaps selling voters short and not at least acknowledging that some of the last 4 years didn't work out?
I think that we need to acknowledge, I think Clinton acknowledged, we're not where we want to be. I said that in my speech. Have we done enough? No, we haven't done enough. I frankly think that had I had it to do over again from my own standpoint, I would have taken that $267 billion tax cut that the president talked about and put that into infrastructure. Because I don't think Americans noticed the tax cut. You ask them about, did you get a tax cut as a result of the Recovery Act? They say, what tax cut? But if we put it in infrastructure, so I think, yeah, did we make some mistakes? But it was not a mistake to try to replace the $1 trillion that had been taken out of the economy by consumers, try to replace that and keep the economy on a stable footing. I think we did that. We didn't go into depression.
A lot of your colleagues this week have been asked about how many more Democrats you need to retake the majority. You count the votes, that's your job. You've done a lot of traveling across the country for a lot of Democratic candidates. In your gut, how many do you need?
I think we need closer to 35 than to 25. 25 is the math. We have 193. You add 25, that gets you to 218, that's a majority.
Right.
But that's the simple math of it. As Clinton would say, the arithmetic of it is we have, because of redistricting, we have 16 members who are running against one another.
Right.
So that's 8 right there. So you add 8 to 25, that's 33. I think we need in the 33 to 34 category. And frankly, as Steve Israel points out, I think so compellingly, we have anywhere between 50 and 75 districts that we can win. So
you really think you're going to win 50 to 75
No,
districts?
I don't.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying,
you're going to win 35?
I think we could win 35. Now, what are we going to need to win 35? Number one, the president has to do well. We need a little draft because the incumbents have advantage. The other disadvantage we have is the huge, apparently unlimitless, bottomless bank from which the Republicans are drawing as a result of Citizens United and as a result of extraordinary sums of money being put on the table by people that the American people will never know who gave them the money.
What has to get done by the end of September?
Well, the one thing that has to get done is the CR, the continuing resolution. Yep. Funding government for a period of time. It would appear that we have an agreement. And it would appear
do you have the votes?
I'm pretty sure we'll have the votes. When I say we'll have the votes.
Unclear if the Republicans will.
No, I think that, the most conservative Republicans have now agreed to something that they already agreed to, that they then left on an agreement on the funding levels, discretionary spending. Then they abandoned that when they put their budget through. They broke the deal, in effect. Well, now they've gone back to the deal. And the reason they've gone back to the deal, they understand that if they are responsible for shutting down government in September, the public will not treat that kindly. So for a temporary, politically inspired and self-serving way, they have agreed to compromise and follow the deal that they already made when we passed the Budget Control Act. So I think we'll pass the CR.
House Minority Whip Steny Hoyer, Democrat of Maryland, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much, Ed.
We appreciate it.
Okay, great.